You have talked a lot about the loneliness epidemic in America. I want to ask you about that. How did you become, how did this issue arise for you? And how critical is it? And should Democrats talk about it more?
Yeah, I think we should. I think that actually Americans are really open to a conversation, that that really goes deep into the way that people are feeling today. I do think we have a loneliness and a disconnection epidemic in this nation right now. I think a lot of those people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th were deeply lonely people who were, looking for an identity, were looking for a purpose, and they found it in a very, very dangerous place. So if you care about the threats to democracy, I think you have to care about people who have become disrupted from their connection to each other. The statistics are really, really scary. Today, we spend half as much time with friends and family as we did just 30 years ago. 30 years ago, there was only 2% of Americans who had no friends. Today, that number is 15%. The number of Americans with less than three friends has doubled in that same amount of time. And so when you look at these rising rates of overdose, of self harm, of violence, of political instability, I think a lot of it is due to the fact that people are having a harder time finding each other. And, the government should not be in charge of helping people find friends, right? But there are things that have happened, like the erosion of our downtowns, for instance, like the refusal of government to stop technology companies from creating addictive machines that has facilitated people's withdrawal from each other. I probably care most about this issue as a parent, right, who have watched our kids be, attacked by technology that is designed to force them into lives of withdrawal. I think parents want a government that is actively thinking about how to get kids connected to each other again. But I also see that the same phenomenon is playing out with adults. And every time that I go back to Connecticut and talk about loneliness, I have just crazy numbers of people, both on the right and the left, who raise their hands who want to be part of that conversation. I think we should all be talking about this, Republicans and Democrats. And though it doesn't sound like a topic that is a normal one for political discourse, I think that you'll find a lot of ordinary Americans who want to have that conversation and want to understand the ways that government can help them reconnect with each other.